Wizard World Chicago Comic-Con. And Sarah, what did you get?
Oh my god.
You got something. She got something that was like cute. There we are. It's a Hulk. And right now, where are we going, Mom?
We're going to see some dude. Oh, General Zod.
Yes, the guy who played General Zod.
Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
What? James Bond.
James Bond? Well, I'm Pussy Galore.
It is not me.
Oh! I'm just gonna leave these two up here for a little while.
With a fireplace, there's no stress, no tension. It's all about relaxing and enjoying it. So, there you go. Actually, there you go.
You know, because it's so cold in here. You can't feel my feet.
You can have a fireplace chat without a
stove.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. There. Yeah. So, reading good letters lately?
Reading good letters? No. No, I never read letters. I never write letters. That was a very unique experience.
So intense, and were you doing some kind of super exercise routine to get us fit for that role as you know?
Well, I think between takes, I was able to settle down and relax. I mean, Zack Snyder is such a fun guy to work for, and he's such a nice person, and he makes me laugh. I mean, he's very funny, and you really look forward to going to his set every day. And there's not a lot of directors I can honestly say that about. Like, you look forward to seeing him. You know, and he's a really smart guy. And so, I save this stressed out stuff for when I would say save it for when you're actually being filmed. Because if they're not filming you, then no one's going to see it. So, that's my advice. In terms of the fitness, we all got thrown into the hands of Mark Twight. Well, myself, Henry, obviously, Antje, and Russell. We trained the whole summer before we started shooting with Mark Twight, who Zach first started working with on 300. Mark trained all the fellas in 300 to get them in shape. He's a phenomenal trainer. He has a gym out in Salt Lake City called Jim Jones. And him and his partner, Michael, trains it's funny. But he was a mountain climber. Mark's actually kind of not a huge guy. He's small and wiry, but you can tell he's just fiercely strong. And anyway, but we had a good time. Even doing that, we had a good time. I mean, I have no complaints about being a Man of Steel, believe you me. So, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Get cozy.
They take that fireside pin literally here.
Yeah, they do.
Chicago. Good. Hi, everybody. How are you?
Well, to begin with, congratulations on the Emmy nomination.
Why, thank you very much. Thank you.
That's, I'm curious, with American Horror Story, what is the, for you, what's the appeal with doing work on like an anthology series?
It's pretty incredible, first of all, I think, what Ryan Murphy created with that series, which is ostensibly a repertory company of actors that are working in television. It's something that hasn't been done in decades, really, to this degree. So there was an element of excitement about that, and then the nature of the show. I felt the boldness and the imagination of the storytelling is something that really drew me in as well.
And, I have to ask, we've seen you as Chad and as Threatson, so, coming up, can we look forward to seeing you return?
Well, all I know is that they are in New Orleans now. They're shooting the third season. They just started, I think, like a week ago. I'm about to go into rehearsal for The Glass Menagerie on Broadway, and
So I am, as of right now, not engaged to be in the 3rd season. But you know, the nature of the show is that people come and go, and you know, like Thaisa Farmiga is a really good example of someone who was one of the main characters in the 1st season, not in the 2nd season at all, and now coming back in the 3rd season to factor prominently into that storyline. So a couple things can happen. One is that I'm just not on it this year, but maybe I come back at some other time, or maybe I'll just pop in for an episode or two if that ends up being something that Ryan or the crew is interested in down the line. But as of right now, I don't have any plans because of my scheduling work.
Yeah, that's right. Glass Menagerie opens in preview September 5th, and then
yes,
officially
preview September 5th, opens September 26th.
And you'll be taking on the character of Tom?
Tom.
Okay, so what is your connection to the Tennessee Williams play? I mean, is that something you've always been in love with, that particular one? Or?
It's interesting. I agreed to do this play earlier in the year. We did it at the American Repertory Theater in Cambridge. And I really, you know, I've read a lot of Tennessee Williams, I've seen a lot of Tennessee Williams, but I didn't really connect to Tennessee Williams until I had this experience of working on this, which is his most autobiographical play and his most autobiographical character as well, Tom. So now my connection is profound, and I'm thrilled that I've had the opportunity to do the play and then go away from it for 5 months and have an incredible experience in that time, and now come back to it and bring it into New York.
Have you been watching it? Robitussin. Robitussin.
Warehouse 13.
Well, I think as far as like, you know, being down to earth, I mean, I think that obviously how you're raised and stuff is a big way, you know, obviously, you know, that's a big part of it. But again, coming here and being able to hang out with you guys and connect to you guys and just hang out, I think that's a big part of it, because I think Eddie was saying before, you kind of make it in a bubble. You don't know what people think, you don't know, and that, but when you can come out here and hang out with everybody and talk to everybody and whatever, I think that kind of keeps you sort of, I mean, there's something very flattering and cool about like, oh my God, all these people are here to you know, say hi and talk to us and stuff, but also when you actually just talk to everybody and like, you know, we're all the same, we're all, you know, we enjoy making the show, you guys enjoy watching it, and that's just, so it kind of keeps you just, yeah, grounded and connected to everybody that you're kind of trying to entertain and stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I think part of it is, you know, I have 2 boys. I have an 8-year-old son and a 6-year-old boy, and they keep me grounded, you know, like I was, I had my Armando mustache on the other day, and I'm on the thing with Skype with my wife, and you know, my son comes on, he looks and he goes, oh, hey, Dad, you have a mustache on. I'm like, yeah, he's like, oh, you're at work? Yeah. He's like, he just could not care less. I'm like, hey, man, I'm a big deal. So, you know, my boys keep me grounded, being a dad. You know, I gotta say, again, being from the Midwest, I think, you know, my dad, I was raised to say yes ma'am and no ma'am. It always bothers me, you know, in LA, it's like, you say yes ma'am, well, excuse me, I'm not old enough to be a man. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to say? You know, well, I won't say it. like, what's the alternative, right? I'm doing that because I'm trying to be polite, not because I'm saying you're old. You know, get over yourself. But so, you know, just I think it was 98% is I have to say is my dad's responsibility because he raised me.
Bertha, come on out. Is this one?
This one's on. This one's on, right?
Nice. Yeah, it's okay.
Where's Norman?
He's not here yet.
Where's Norman?
He'll be popping out shortly. So you guys know the routine, so hop on. We've got these 2 stationary mics here, so get in line if you got a question. We're going to dive right into questions momentarily. But first off, let me ask you a question. How do we feel now about Shane? Do you think that the character has received some rehabilitation? Do people love him or do people hate him? Shout for love. Who are the hates? Who hates Shane?
I do.
I think the love. I don't know, man. I'm not on that show anymore. I know, but you get the fans coming up talking.
Yeah, no, the Walking Dead fans they're the best fans in the world. You know, no question, without a question. And you know, look, I love Shane. What is it, not loud enough?
No, that's good.
Yeah, we good? Want to sit next to you?
I want to feel, feel the love tonight, yeah.
Yeah, look, I feel like Shane was always, you know, he was always trying to do the right thing. You know, I was messed up with that, might have been at sometimes, but, you know, I sure love him, I sure feel for him, so I appreciate other people that do.
Yeah, well, I guess when you got to get in the head of a character, you gotta really understand his motivations and everything, right?
I think so. Yeah, you can't just play a bad guy. That's shitty acting.
Yeah. Important acting tip, guys. Take that one to the bank. So you've re-teamed with Frank Darabont for the upcoming show Lost Angels, and tell us a little bit about it for people that don't know.
So yeah, when Frank left The Walking Dead, he wrote a new show, and he wrote the lead role for me, which was super cool and super intimidating, and I hope I don't let him down. But it's basically, the show is about L.A. in the 40s. Mickey Cohen and Bugsy Siegel, the mafia is kind of taking over Los Angeles, and it's about this World War II Marine, a veteran of the Guadalcanal, who comes back and sort of takes the law into his own hands, and he sort of puts his character right in the middle of all these sort of untold mysteries about the history of LA. But it's all about this one dude who's basically killing mobster after mobster for a very specific reason that I can't get into. That's kind of a surprise why, but I play that guy, so I get to kill a whole bunch of living people.
That sounds like damn fine TV.
Yeah, it's good. Frank, he created The Walking Dead, Shawshank Redemption, and Green Mile, and he's a true treasure. You know, he's a master. So I'm super touched and excited to be back in it with him. And it's a great cast. Jeff Damone, who played Dale on The Walking Dead, is in it. Andy Rothenberg played Jim, and Ed Burns is in it. Milo Ventimiglia is in it, who's awesome. Nepper's in it, who's the best. And it's an amazing cast, and it's going to be a really cool show.
Well, for you, was there already an appeal for that era to kind of get in there, the cops and robbers, the mobsters and cops? Was there already an appeal for that for you?
For me?
Yeah. Did you already love that era?
I didn't know too much about the whole noir genre, but I think kind of like the same thing that Frank did with The Walking Dead is he brought the horror genre to TV. And there's a lot of people, I think, not you, because everybody here is way too fucking cool. I'm sorry to curse. I think everybody here is way too cool, but there's a lot of people who are like, horror, I'm not into that kind of stuff. I don't want to see a zombie show. So they Frank brought you The Walking Dead and made it about super interesting storytelling and very compelling characters. And I think he's going to do the same thing with the noir genre. It's a genre piece, but he's going to do it through, really cool characters and really great storytelling. So that's going to be the draw, But I'm excited about it. It should be cool.
Yeah, I know you're a hat guy. Do you get to wear a hat all the time on the show?
I wear it, but he always, I've broken my nose 14 times, and I got a big old busted ass nose, and he always wants me to keep my hat off, and I'm like, nah, man, let's keep the hat on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, we got a question right here. Hi. What's your question there? Yeah, keep please. See what you guys. Hey! Woo! Not bad enough. All right. Let's do this. It's just all aerosol now. They can sell this on eBay now.
What's up?
Hey!
Alright. Hey, the event organizer had no idea I was going to do that, so if I stained anybody's eyeballs.
No, they have silly string insurance, actually.
Okay.
Liability, they cover it. Yeah. Actually, because Norman doesn't have a whole lot of time, let's just keep it going with the questions and dive right in. Is that cool with you? Yeah, let's do that.
How much time do I get?
That's your call, man.
Cool.
Yeah. So we have a young lady right up here on the mic.
Hello.
Hi.
I was wondering who would win in a fight, do you think? Daryl and Merle or Connor and Murphy?
I did ask that a lot, who would win between Daryl and Murphy, and I always say, you know what, they'd probably go to a bar and just get trashed. And probably the same thing is the four of them would go to a bar and then like Merle would get upset and like leave in a huff.
Good answer. Guys, remember, we can't ask any that was fine. Any Walking Dead questions, let's avoid those, but we got a lot to talk to Norman about. So, yes sir.
I'm a little bit drunk right now. Woo! I don't want to put you on the spot, but Boondock Saints courtroom speech, if I start it, will you do it?
No.
For real?
I mean, they just said we have a limited amount of time, and that's like half of it.
Yeah, that's cool. So no monologues, but hey, kudos to you for being drunk in a public forum.
Batman, Superman, range them 1 to 10. From Batman, 1 to 10.
Batman, Superman.
Is Batman 1 to 10? And is Superman 1 to 10? We're not even just
say 10. I don't know.
I like Batman better than Superman. Is that what I'm saying?
Okay, there you go.
But I like Superman too. So.
All right, Captain America, you look sober.
Everyone get down. Just cover. And the line is pretty short, but we're not going to get hot. Okay. It's the Hulk from forever ago. And stay tuned. Well, there are the Weasley twins way over there, and Sarah's excited. So we left these, I was about to say C2E2. We just left Wizard World, Chicago Comic-Con. And yeah. So, no, it's just, we left. You know, I just liked it, so, yeah. So, yeah, wait, okay, so we stopped recording. Anyway, but, yeah, it was fun, and I wish it never ended. But it did. Camera. Okay.
Make one an action figure of a girl.
Yeah. So we passed by this, I keep getting interrupted by the waiter. Anyway, so we passed by this place that had a lot of like figures and stuff, and they had a few Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite ones, and one of them was Elizabeth, and I was, you know, maybe gonna get that, and I was like, there was also a Boys of Silence one, and a Splicer one, and a Big Sister one.
Wait, can I say something about the Elizabeth was $40, and the Boys of Silence was $25. That's kind of the size.
But I got neither. I ended up getting 2 Bioshock suits. Hold on a second. One of them was Songbird, and the other one was like a Skyhook one. So bye. I forgot to talk about where we are. About wondering where we are. We're at this Greek restaurant. And I don't think I ever mentioned this, but today's my birthday. But by the time you're watching this, it's probably a few days past my birthday or something. But we're at this Greek restaurant. And yeah. So that's why our waiter, yeah, I'm kidding. I don't think that's just, yeah. That'd be weird if we were like at home or something. What else did I want to say? I feel like there's something else. No, that's it. This might be the last part. Bye.